Are you getting the most out of the food in your refrigerator? The USDA reports 36 pounds of food is wasted per month, per person. This as researchers say that some foods may still be edible more than a year after expiration. I can't believe that. So what should you save and what should you throw out? Here to explain is assistant professor at the NYU School of Medicine, Dr. Debbie Nempia-Parampapel. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Nice to see you.
Okay, so first of all, what's the difference between sell-by and use-by? You oftentimes see both of those on a product.
Yeah, so you might think they have to do with safety, but they're actually about different things. So sell-by has to do with freshness. So it's supposed to guide the supermarket or the manufacturer about when to take these foods off the shelves. And best by or use-by has to do with taste, so when it would taste the best by. But it doesn't mean that it's not safe after that date.
So neither of those have to do with safety?
No, the safety label is actually the nutrition label. So let's look at a couple things here. So if we're looking at milk, for example, you know, it'll have a sell-by date, of course, and if you keep it in the fridge, it can last for a week after that point as well. If you keep it in the freezer, it can go for up to 3 months past that time.
Wait, you can put milk in the freezer and it doesn't change anything about it?
Well, you'd have to shake it up after because the ice will kind of float to the top.
Right, but nutritionally it's fine.
Nutritionally it's okay.
Okay, so that's not a bad idea there. What about some other things in here?
So if we're talking about the eggs, for example, those can last for 3 to 5 weeks. Now, you know, with everything, of course, you want to kind of keep in mind if it smells bad or if it looks funny, then it's better to throw it out. But
3 weeks after the expiration date?
Yes, yeah.
After the expiration date, I throw them out as soon as I see them.
I know, so that's a lot of money that's actually wasted, right?
Because
you'll go buy something new after that.
Okay,
sure.
So let me ask you about some of the items here.
Sure, of course.
You know, a lot of times, obviously, bread will give you you'll start to see mold or something growing on it. But what does the date on here mean? Bread?
Well, if it's freshly baked, so it can last for 2 to 3 days past that time.
Okay.
I mean, but if it's more packaged, then it can last for a little bit longer, of course. So it can last for up to a week. Now, if we look at other things like these canned goods, so different things actually determine how long something will last if it's canned. One thing is acidity. So if it's low acidity, it could last for up to 5 years. 5 years past that date. And if it's very high acidity, it can break down faster, so it can last for about 18 months past that.
Okay. You're going to give me a quiz right now.
Yes.
I clearly need a test. All right,
All right, so let's pick something. Let's pick this Parmesan here. Let's say that this Parmesan is 3 weeks, 3 weeks past this date. Would you keep it or throw it out?
I would keep the Parmesan. Because I'd be able to see, I think, if it went bad or taste it.
Well, it's a good thing to look at it that way, but actually, you could possibly. So it's about 2 to 4 weeks,
After expiration. So look a little more closely. Okay.
Yes. And if it's in the freezer, then about 6 to 8 weeks. Now, let's say that we take this yogurt. So let me pick a better time here. So let's say that you've got this yogurt and you're waiting about 4 weeks in the fridge. What would you do with that?
If it has expired already?
Yes.
It's gone.
Yes, so then you're right.
I'm right. Okay, I'm messing around with yogurt for some reason. I don't know why.
So this would be about 1 to 2 weeks past the expiration date. And if it's in the freezer, then it can go for about 1 to 2 months.
What about meats?
So meats are a little bit more tricky. So if you have something like poultry, you want to use it within 1 to 2 days for the most part, or you can freeze it at that point. But if it's something like beef, then it's actually 3 to 5 days in the fridge. And if you put it in the freezer, it can last a little bit longer.
Okay. So you're giving us all the safety information. This is just the sell-by and taste information that's on the container there. But it does give you a guide.
It does.
Doctor, we want to thank you for being here.
Oh,
Dr.
thank
Debbie,
you.
everybody. We want to thank Maytag for the cool fridge that's in our studio right now. Thanks.